riders down in the waiting zone, and we'll have a look at how they line up. Luca Wilkinson on pole position, just ahead of Thornley Trevorrow. Ruben Bray in third from Freddie Bridewell, Wilson Dilks and Monty Hillier in sixth position. Seventh place for Arnie Carr from Travis Shaw, Daniel Stevenson in ninth place, Jack Oakley in 10th, Kobe Garbutt in 11th, Jack Hamilton in 12th position. 13th for Jack Newton from Sydney Marshall, Miller Buchanan, Tobias May, Logan Connolly and Ralph Croft, 18th position with no time in the qualifying. Other riders at the back with no qualifying time being Johnny Garnis, Dan Deering and Jonathan Payne. That may of course include one or two non-starters, but that was the qualifying positions as the riders assemble in the waiting zone, just waiting for the track to clear, and we should be underway very shortly with our next race of the day. This is the third race of the weekend for the Motul Oils Ohvale 110 Cup, and Ohvale of course coming onto the scene in the last 12 months or so under the guise of Peter Hickman, who's here today of course racing out in various race classes across the weekend. And Hickman of course has been behind the scenes as well, not just selling the machines and importing the machines, but also helping to develop these young riders, helping to get them into the sport as well. We have spoke to him of course in the commentary booth in the past over the last year or so, and it's in a sense as well looking to give something back to the sport as well, and helping to develop the next generation of riders, not only of course for the future stars in the professional echelons of the sport, but also for riders who just want to get into motorcycle racing and get what is a very enjoyable hobby of course, and one that takes people across the country to all these fantastic race venues. And as we said earlier in the broadcast, of course, it's effectively 1 year since our first Ohvale One Make Series race, and it really has gone from strength to strength. Should have a shout out here from Arnie Oakley to Jack Oakley, taking part here, and has travelled all the way from Thailand for the remaining British Mini Bike Championship race season. So unless anybody can do any better than that, I think Jack Oakley is certainly the most travelled rider, it would appear, on the BMB calendar. We'll look out for him when the racing gets underway. Riders in the meantime making their way through the Carter's Curve. Quite a fast switchback section here. Would normally be quite a fast part of the track compared to most on the calendar, but just goes to show how wide open this circuit is. That has been a very important part of the track though, of course, the Carter's Curve. As a good line through there. It does seem to set riders up nicely for Honda on the final corner, and the run down to the checkered flag. So riders now making their way onto the grid now for our third heat of the weekend, Motul Oils Ohvale 110 Cup. Last few riders just starting to take their positions on the grid, and of course the grid will be cleared in a few moments, just making sure that riders line up correctly on the right spot. Final preparations. There's Luca Wilkinson just taking his position on the pole, looking to get that outside sweep into the first corner. It's, you would say, almost like a classic first corner dive here. We've got the fairly long straight, of course, straight into that really tight right-hander. So get the braking right into the first corner. It is possible to get some dives down the inside, although it is quite a wide entry as well. So the pole sitter should have a nice sweep into the corner as well. All makes it very competitive indeed. It looks like we're about ready. Just one more person to clear the grid, and there we are. We're all ready to go. Green flag is up, and there we go. Riders, eyes on the lights. Lights out, and they're away. Wilkinson with a good drive, but Trevorrow down the inside as well. Looks like Thornley Trevorrow's got a good jump and will take the lead through the first corner. Nice getaway there for Thornley. Ruben Bray also well placed as we make our way down towards the centre races for the first time. And it's Thornley Trevorrow. Nice jump on the start line there. Really got a good getaway. Got the jump on the second place rider on the 79, Wilkinson. And Trevorrow, the early race leader. And of course, these races a little bit shorter now. So good opening couple of laps. Very important indeed as they make their way through Brooklands Hairpin for the first time. Down the back straight, the Speedway straight. Ruben Bray, Freddie Bridewell, Wilson Dilks all in there as well as they make their way towards Carter's Curve. It's Trevorrow that leads the way, the number 42. Let's have a look now as they make their way towards the final corner. You will see that these top 4 and 5 riders all still fairly close. 4 riders very close indeed, and here they come over the line for the first time, and side by side over the line, Czora leading. 76, my apologies, Luca Wilkinson in second place as they charge through the hairpin. Freddie Bridewell, Ruben Bray all in there as well. Wilson Dilks on the 85, just a little bit further behind. Should be coming into the shot. There he is, Wilson Dilks. Monty Hillier also well placed. Hillier currently in 6th place from Arnie Carr, Kobe Garbutt, Daniel Stevenson, Travis Shaw rounding up the top 10 on the number 4 machine. But Thorley Trevorrow just starting to pull away slightly from Luca Wilkinson in 2nd place, but they're all well and truly in there. Look at the front wheel there as Trevorrow really pushing the limits there around Brooklands hairpin, really trying to drive away a bit now. Get the drive down the back straight and pull away from Wilkinson, but Wilkinson right in there, and he is quick through Carter's curve. Very nice line there. It should set them all up for the final corner. Trevorrow still leading the way though on the number 42. And here they come. 4 riders very close indeed. Wilkinson with the drive round the final corner and goes through into the lead. Trevorrow fighting back down the inside though. It's a battle under braking, but Wilkinson's got the line into the corner and holds on to the lead. Thorley Trevorrow, 2nd place, 42, right on his tail though, as they make their way through towards the centre S's. Ruben Bray and Freddie Bridewell still very much involved as Trevorrow has a look around the outside. Now can he get the line through the S's? He's going to try and get the switch back here, but Wilkinson's got the line. Trevorrow going wide on the exit now, trying to get the speed down the back straight as they make their way towards Brooklands hairpin, switching to the inside this time. He had a little peak on the inside, but there wasn't a pass going there. He just hangs back in 2nd place. Ruben Bray and Freddie Bridewell still very much in this one as well. We'll run through the remaining order in just a few moments as the leaders make their way through Carter's curve once again. Trevorrow looking strong, so it's Ruben Bray 3rd, Freddie Bridewell, Wilson Dilks in 5th, Monty Hillier 6th, Arnie Carr, Kobe Garbutt in 8th position, Travis Shaw, Daniel Stevenson rounding out the top 10. And Jack Oakley, Jack Hamilton we saw earlier in 12th place, Sidney Marshall, Jack Newton, Tobias May, Miller Buchanan and Logan Conley rounding up the field as we're almost 3 abreast into the first corner. Trevorrow holding on to the lead. It was Wilkinson credited as the race leader as they crossed the line there by 0.07 of a second. So effectively, I would say Trevorrow holds on to the race lead there, but look at this, so 3 abreast almost into the centre S's. But as they fight to the line in 2 laps' time, if Wilkinson can get ahead halfway down the start straight, he's dropped to 3rd now, but if one of these riders can get ahead just halfway down the straight and cross the line in 1st, that's all it would take. But I am sure that number 42, your race leader, Thorley Trevorrow, will have other ideas, as again, he's very aggressive there through Brooklands hairpin. Down towards Speedway Straight. This time he has a new challenger in the number 12 of Ruben Bray. And Bray very aggressive through Carter's curve, just seemed to close up slightly on the race leader. Wilkinson drops back a little bit now, coming under pressure from Freddie Bridewell, Monty Hillier, and actually Hillier, number 37, setting the fastest lap of the race, and he's getting involved in this one as well. We've got Wilson Dilks and Arnie Carr as well. As we head towards the last lap, they are 3 abreast into the first corner. Who's going to emerge at the front? Trevorrow's got the line into the corner. But who's going to be quicker out of it? He looks neat out of the hairpin as well, holds on to the lead. But look at this now, Monty Hillier and Wilson Dilks getting involved in this battle for the lead. It's all down to this last lap. Trevorrow has pretty much led the entire way. One rider goes very wide under braking there. And effectively dropping out of contention for this last half lap, but still in that pack just behind. Thorley Trevorrow, 42, holds on to the lead. It's still Trevorrow versus Bray 1st and 2nd place. And there they go, charging round Brooklands hairpin for the final time, down Speedway Straight, and what will be a very important Carter's curve. Here they come. Thorley Trevorrow, your race leader, 42. Fully committed, but look at Ruben Bray behind. Seems quick through that chicane and gets another run on the race lead as they make their way to the final corner. This is going to be very close indeed as they charge towards the final corner. 3 riders around the last corner. It's a drag race to the finish once again. Oh, they are side by side over the line. That is a photo finish. That's what we have the transponder systems for. And I can tell you that Thorley Trevorrow takes the checkered flag. Wilkinson 2nd, Ruben Bray in 3rd, And those top 3 riders covered by 600th of a second. That is barely the width of a tyre. Ruben Bray then 3rd. Freddie Bridewell 4th, only 9/10ths down, just ahead of Monty Hillier, who finishes in 5th. And look at that, though, when you look at your timing charts on the left-hand side of the screen, 1 second just about covering the top 5 riders. Wilson Dilks just a little bit further behind in 6th place. Arnie Carr 7th, Travis Shaw 8th, Kobe Garbutt and Jack Hamilton 10th position. Daniel Stevenson 11th place from Jack Oakley, Jack Newton in 13th, Sidney Marshall, Tobias May, and the final couple of riders just making their way around the final corner very shortly. Miller Buchanan in 16th position. Logan Connolly on the 33 will round out the position. So yet another thrilling drag to the finish there. 600th of a second covering the top 3 riders. As predicted, of course, this Pembrey circuit really throwing up some close, thrilling conclusions to some of these races. But well done there to Thorley Trevorrow, who led pretty much the entire race on the track.